Morning. It's Thursday. It's stretch day. Just let me know if you can hear me. We'll do about 50 minutes of stretch. Let's see who we got. There we are. All right, we're going to begin. Just if you can't hear me, let me know. You would have had to have heard that in order to reply back. I know. It's tricky. All right, let's stretch. So just take your legs out in front of you like this and point and flex your feet and just hang out for a minute. Yeah, good. Just pointing and flexing and waiting. We'll wait for a few more people. Do some circles. It's sandal weather. Woohoo! Had mine on earlier. Reverse it. All right, good. And then alternate. Point and flex. Point and flex. Awesome. All right, so we usually start sitting cross-legged and we're sort of working from the top down. And so we're going to get the shoulders moving. So you're going to go up and squeeze them together and pull them down your back. 4 times. 3. You can sit however, right? You can be sitting in a chair. 2. And 1. Reverse it. For 4. Oh, I got a really good crack in my joint where my rib attaches to my sternum. That was awesome. All right, tap your fingertips to your shoulders and same thing, but now we're getting more in there. Hey Tina, hey Ellen. Good to see you. Yeah, I woke up and I was like kind of sore yesterday and I was like, geez, and then I realized, oh, I had gone running the day before. And then I got my jump rope out. Reverse your circles 4 times. So that felt good. You gotta sweat it out a little bit. All right, good. All right, let's do the next stretch. So we're gonna stretch the right side. So you put your head into your elbow and grab your ear slightly, just a little bit of encouragement. 3 breaths. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. We're just stretching, so easy. And come back to center, up and over, and the shoulders down, just a little bit of a stretch. And then notice, right, one's different than the other. One arm's usually stronger than the other. That's all related to your neck. 3 breaths, come back to center. Dun, 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 and again. Stretch. We're just stretching. The more you stretch, the more you realize like how you're just patient with it. Like little kids don't get it, you know? Little kids are like, I want to do the splits, and then they want to know how to do it. And then you have to, yeah, you know, it's just like anything, you have to practice. One more breath. Good. And then come back to center. And then let's do the neck roll. So bringing the head forward is going to be a stretch. And then you can have a little bit more movement in your rib cage, right? But definitely head roll, neck stretch, head circles, whatever you want to call it. There's that wonderful stretch through the front of the neck. As the head comes forward, right, you're kind of rolling through those upper back muscles. You're just feeling it now. Do it one more time. And then come back to center and reverse it. Go up and open and around. We're starting at the top, and then by the end of the class, we will have stretched out our hips and legs. Do one more. Big stretch on top. All right, and then just do a little side to side. So get the up, sternum up. Just work out the side of the neck a little bit. All right, good. Interlace your hands behind your head and stretch. We've been working on this. Open up the chest and then just go from side to side. Yeah, so there's that pec stretch. Right, and then get into the side of the body. Just moving and stretching. Do that 2 more times. 1 and 2, 1 to the side, 1 to the other side. All right, let's do the tricep stretch. So tap your back with your right arm and then take your elbow to the ceiling and stretch. So a little bit deeper into the arm, right? That gets super tight where people can't lift their arm, or you'll find like the one's different than the other, right? So maybe you're here, but this is where we want to stay. And then switch sides. So again, tap your back and then elbow up and stretch. Just nudge it around 4 times. And keep breathing, that's key. I usually exhale there. Nothing specific, just don't hold your breath, right? And then when you're in this position, right, those ribs are lifted so you can fill the upper chest with air. All right, let's do the arm across the body, right arm across, and then just guide it up and down. So now it's related to the neck and the upper back, the shoulder girdle. It's all connected. Just moving it around. And then switch up and down. Little bit of movement. Try to get along the shoulder blade, the inside border. Nice. All right, let's grab a strap if you need it. So that is if you can't interlace your hands behind your back. So we're going here. All right, if you can kneel, cool. If not, you're fine. All right, so if you can't kneel, you could always just have your legs out in front of you. But we're going to go lifting up and go forehead towards the mat and lift those arms up high. Come down, and it's like an arrow going down, and lift your chest. Oh, yeah. And again, 3 more times. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And arrow going down with your fingers, right? Press those arms down and lift and open up your collarbones. And again, stretch, stretch, stretch. And lift, lift, lift. Last one. Stretch. And lift. Awesome. All right, come back to center. We're doing big side stretch now. Yeah, shake it out. It felt really good. Woo. Okay. Let's go up and over to the right. So stretch that whole left side. Stay for 3 breaths, in and out. I always feel like a willow tree here. So when you fill the lungs, you might come up a little bit. But then when you exhale into your belly button, into your lower belly, you go a little bit further. Let's do one more. Let's do 4 breaths. Now pull the belly button in towards your spine to bring you back to center, right? Arm up by the ear, take it out and stretch. So 2 directions, right? Hip going down, and then here's that willow, the willow tree right here, breathing in and out, real supple. Nice. Come back to center. Let's do it again. Yeah, arm up. Take it with you. Don't leave it out here. And then look up. If it bugs your neck, look down. Two more sets. Breathing. Pull it all together. Arm up. Last one. We'll put it all together. You know, we've kind of got this little thing going on with our stretching and moving. Again, you can do this with your legs straight. If you're in a chair, you could do it in a chair. Just hold on to the chair leg. All right, so forehead to knee, we'll do 2 sets, 4 breaths. Every time you exhale, imagine, right, if you're real tight through your back, that the head's getting closer to the knee. So inhale, exhale deeply. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Glue that left hip down. Exhale. Fill your ribs, belly, ribs, chest, and then empty all the air out. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And come back to center. Let's see what the other side is like. So I just imagine, right, if my body's in this circle or this kinesphere or it's in a square in space, that this is a diagonal. Right? So we're going, instead of going to the side, now we're stretching diagonally through the body. Exhale, 4 breaths. Fill the belly, the ribs, the chest, and then exhale it all out. 2 more breaths. Last one. And come back to center, roll back up. Let's do it all over again. So again, up and over from the top of the head through the back to the hip. And stretch. Two more. Roll back up. And come center. Last time, soften the chest. Really let the sternum go. Breathe into the belly. You're feeling it. 2 more breaths. And roll all the way up. All right, you can recross your legs. There's different ways to deepen this stretch too, like if you want it to stack up, and then we're just going to stretch forward, right? Maybe you need to be here and you're just pushing. It's like, welcome back. Walk forward. What world were we in? Walk forward and just stretch. So just stay for 4 breaths. You can prop up, you could have your elbows up on something, your hands, or you could just stretch out. 2 more breaths. And roll back up. And let's recross our legs if they're crossed, or you can keep it here and stretch forward. right? So there's that hip stretch, lower back. There's a lot going on. Lower back stretch. 4 breaths, right? Try to relax. And out. In. Exhale deeply. Force all the air out. Now fill the lungs up. Exhale. Last one. And roll back up. All right, so sit comfortably again, cross-legged, and we're going to add those things together. So we're going side, diagonal to the front, to the diagonal to the side. We'll do 4 times one way, 4 times the other. What? Go up and over. Stretch. Now I always think that somebody's pulling me, so they're over there, and they're pulling me on that diagonal. Stretch. And then I'm being pulled to the front space. Now don't skip the diagonal here. Stretch. Now keeping that stretch, try to open up the side. So that was a slow one. We'll do 3 more, a little bit bigger. Stretch and stretch through the center. Diagonal. Don't miss it. 2 more. Stretch. So we're moving. Diagonal. Yep. All the fluid. Stretch all the connective tissue. Oh, I lost track. 1 more. Feels good. So, yeah. Hey, let's reverse it. For 4. Diagonal through the center. Diagonal. Up. 3. Yeah. 2. You just kind of make it up if you need to be seated in a chair or seated differently, right? You could have your legs out in front here. Especially if you start losing, if they start tingling, shake them out. Shake out your legs. All right, so where were we? Let's do a hip opener for the right hip. And then we've got the lovely hamstring stretch, but then the whole rib cage, right, is spiraling forward. Ideally, you've got something to hold on to, right? So you can give yourself a little tug. You can hold on to your pants, your shin, something. So keep your chest lifted. Inhale and exhale. 3 times. Inhale. Right, maybe you're here. Exhale. So you're going for that flat back. Inhale. Exhale. Now relax. 3 breaths. In and out. In and out. Last one. Now roll back up. Oh, there's that pop in there. Yep. All right. Switch sides. Both legs forward. Got to do the other side. Square yourself off. Have your strap handy. And let's do chest lifted. Inhale. We're exhaling. We're breathing in and out. Inhaling. And we are exhaling. 1 more breath. Now relax, fold forward, but you just keep breathing deeply. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Now exhale all the way down to the belly again. 2 more. Last one. And roll back up. Or come up with a flat back. You've got options. All right, take both legs forward. Nice. All right, so guess what's happening next? Hold on to both feet, both legs, knees, and if you can, keep your chest lifted, right? So maybe you're here. Backs to the legs. If it's like some kind of like nervy pain, just point your toes and that should take it away. But ideally, flex. Back is straight, chest is lifted. That was the third breath. Now fold forward, 3 more deep breaths. Inhale. Feel your back opening. Exhale. Hamstrings. Inhale, back. Exhale, hamstrings. 1 more. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Roll it back up. Lovely. Take your hands behind you, fingertips to the back, and we're going to do that 3-part breathing to open up the chest. So, breathe into your belly. Breathe into your ribs. Breathe into your chest. Hold it. Hold the breath. And then exhale all the air out. But don't lose this posture. Inhale. Yep. Hold it. Lift your sternum up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Now keep that exhale. All the air out. 1 more. Fill the lungs. Good. And exhale. Side stretch. So we've been working on this. Ideally, maybe, keep both legs out, but this leg can bend in. It's just a deeper stretch of what we did earlier. I'm keeping my leg out. If you need the strap, grab the strap, pants, ankle, something. This arm goes up, and we're staying for 4 breaths. Inhale, exhale. If it bugs your neck, take your head out of it, but don't get all squirrely here. Lift up. Lift up. We're stretching the side. Even if you're here, maybe you're up here. That's fine, right? Maybe you're down here. Grabbing and then reaching that opposite hip down. 2-way stretch. Chin. You come up. Let's do the other side. Stretch. Do what you need to do. This is fine. I already feel the stretch here. This is just deepening it. If that hip comes off, I'm trying to glue that hip down. So reach in 2 directions. Breathe into the ribs. Yeah, it's harder now. Do 1 more breath. And come back to center. So again, if you need to bend this in, that's fine. We're doing forehead to knee. So it's different, right? So this was that big side stretch, and now it's through the back a little bit more. So I'm not necessarily thinking of going out that way, but that the head's coming closer to the knee. So I'm working through the rib cage. Inhale and exhale. Good. Glue that hip down. Yeah, good job. We're doing good here. Breathe in and out. Last one. Right, so it's that whole chunk there, getting a good stretch. And then roll it back up and switch sides, head down, in and out. Hip down. Try to do that really deep breathing. So think of it as having those 3 parts: belly, ribs, chest, and then all the air out at the bottom. Good. Roll back to center. So wherever you need to be, if you need to bring your legs a little bit closer, that's fine, because we're going straight forward. And remember, toes to the ceiling, knees to the ceiling. Don't let it flop inward. So there'll be plenty of opportunities to stretch, again, when we're standing. But this is just a gentle inner thigh stretch. And one of the things I might try to do is shift my hips from side to side. Just a little bit of movement there. You can hang out here. You could have your elbows up on your giant dictionary or your yoga blocks. If you want to work on deepening, these are what we call the side splits, right? You can straddle with your hands, lift up and push forward again, but don't let the knees pull in. If it's too much here, it's too much, right? So we want to be stretching more in the groin and not so much behind the knees. So ease up if that's the case. And you should be breathing. Okie dokie. So we're gonna lie down and do some hamstring stretches with the back flat. So you're lying down here, and you're extending this leg out. If you're tight, bend it. It's fine. But we're taking this femur bone and pulling it in towards the chest. And then there's this length going that way. So just let that hip drop down and feel that. And then I'm going to turn, but hold on to the knee and open the leg up to the side. All right, now if your leg is bent, if your right leg is, or whatever leg is bent here, you might have to straighten it because we're going to go across the center line. It's a circle, so I'm bringing the knee up to the nose, to the shoulder, and then down a little bit, and then back up to the shoulder, to the nose, to the other shoulder, and down. It's like we're doing our hip circles, our single leg circles in Pilates. So just take that femur bone for a ride, right? Especially through here, across the center line. We're just getting it moving and checking in with it. It should feel good. Your back is flat, so that's nice. Just lie down and stretch, right? So it's stable. And then make a little prop for your leg out to the side, whichever leg, it doesn't matter. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Do that 2 more times. Maybe you're here. And then look at your foot and do big circles with that foot. All the way out there. What's it doing? Reverse it. Big circles. Strong foot. 2 more. Snap, crackle, pop. All right, bring it back center. Switch legs. So fold the other leg in. I'll go here, fold it in. Just stretch it in. I can't even remember what we did, if we straightened our leg or not. Stretch it up. It was so long ago, flex and bend. Let's do this. Stretch it up. I can't remember. 2 more. Bad teacher. Forgive me. You can always go back and do the other side. We're just winging it, right? We're just like going with the flow here. All right, so bend it in and again, open it up to the side. I think this is what we did. All right, stretch it out. You're just making a little bit of a prop here. So it's just relaxed. 2 more times. Stretch it out. There's your leg, just hanging out. And then circle the foot 2 more times. Reverse it. Work that foot. We got strong feet. 2 more. All right, and then bend it in, and then pull it in towards the shoulder and towards the nose, and then across the body. And it's circling down and coming back up. It's like half a circle. That knee is doing half a circle. And try to relax the leg as much as you can, right? Especially through here. Try to feel that, oh yeah, those external rotators need to stretch, those glutes. Slightly across the body. Up and around. There's your range of motion to circle your leg. Do one more. That's what we're doing. Yep. All right, and come back to center. So we're doing the figure four stretch, and then we'll do the crazy cow stretch, and then we'll do happy baby. All right, so you're here. Let's do the right leg first. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Pull it in. Stretch. So maybe you need to press that right knee in, open, right? It's to open up your hips for your, what is it, your piriformis stretch. The hips get tight. Stretch it. Move it around. So let's play with this. So this foot can go down. The left foot goes down. Keep turning the right leg out and press the right foot towards the mat. Arms are out at the side and come center. And again, 3 more times. And come center. Try to get your back long and flat. Stretch. And center. 1 more. And come center. Now take your left foot wide, and the right foot is going to pull the left leg down into internal rotation, and you should feel this diagonal pull from the left fingertips through the hip, and just stay. Breathe through the front of the left hip. This is one of my faves. All right, and then come back to center, and then we'll switch legs, right? So square yourself off, cross your left ankle over your right, pull it in and stretch. Do what you do here. Move it around. Breathe into the hips, send all your breath there. Your right foot goes down, and then rock that left foot towards the floor and bring it back. Right, and you can feel that stretch through the hip and into the back. So we want strong muscles, but we also need flexible muscles for movement, right? For moving. All right, so this right foot goes wide, and you're pulling, excuse me, pulling that right knee down into internal rotation. Stretch from the right fingertips through the chest, through the hip. Enjoy it. If it's in your knee, if your knee hurts, come out of it, right? It's not about stretching the knee. You never want to stretch your knee. Breathe. And come back to center. Now, let's do the windshield wipers. So feet go wide. So we're going pressing the right hip into internal rotation and then the left hip. So knees come center, they go to the left, but really press that right hip forward. Knees center, glue your back down here, but then when you press your left hip forward, your back comes off. So pull it all back to center and stretch all back to center and stretch. 1 more set. Stretch that hip. And last one. Okay, so what's the crazy cow? The crazy cow is kind of like the figure 4, but we're crossing at the knees. So you're going to grab, and the cue is to take the bull by the horns. See those horns? And pull them towards you, towards your nose. So basically the bottom leg is stretching the top leg. So it's a deeper hip stretch. Just keep where you're at. It's basically a seated one of these. So this might be really, impossible, but maybe lying down, you can get some of this stretch. Keep breathing. And switch legs. So cross the knees the best you can, bend them, reach for the shin, the ankle, feet, and pull that bottom right leg towards you. Yeah, it's a crowd pleaser. People love this one. They want more. Right? If you can get into the position, it's satisfying. Sometimes I'll move it from side to side. Or you're here, you can go there. So again, moving it side to side, front to back, it's just play. You're just playing. All right, so bend your knees, extend your right leg up. We're doing, actually bend both legs up. We're doing Happy Baby. So the goal is to get the knees towards the mat, ideally heels over the knees and straight down, right? Maybe you're here, maybe you're here, maybe you're here, or you can wrap around. Lengthen your lower back down as best you can. And if your head is kind of not comfortable, you can have a pillow. It's the groin stretch. We're doing half of a Happy Baby. All right, so just take that right knee down towards the mat. If you want to deepen the stretch, extend your left leg out. Breathe into your groin, your inner thighs. And then come back to center and switch legs. So foot flat or straight, pull that left knee down. It's almost like you're going to tuck it around your shoulder here and stretch. Breathe into if that bottom leg is straight, really breathe into the front of the hip. Stretching. Oh my gosh, so good. So much better than being at the computer. Come back to center. Do one final stretch. Now here, take your legs out to the side and be gentle. Watch out for your knees. Soften your knees up and just let them hang. Maybe you make a little prop with your hands if it's too intense. Or if you need more, right, press your legs open to the side and stretch. Lengthen through your back as much as you can. All right, bring your legs back together. You can assist that and rock on up. And let's do the pigeon. So we start at the top. The setup is that you have your knee towards your wrist, so it's out on diagonal, and then the heel can come towards this hip. This might be the end of the line for you, okay? Because it might be already so much of a stretch. If you're falling over, right, the prop helps because it keeps you from falling this way so that you're not losing the stretch. Now, if this is too easy, work on this angle. And you're here. Let's just stay here and breathe. Get comfortable in it. 3 breaths. In and out. We're taking inventory of our body, right? And then the weight of the body comes forward. So again, maybe you have a block, maybe you're really propped up. Is it called the crocodile? And then if you want to deepen the stretch, you can go forward. So hip stretch, right? The weight of your body is deepening the stretch. And if this is too much, go back. The whole point is to open up this hip. You can go back to lying on your back, right? If you're like, oh, it's not good on my knee or whatever. So just keep yourself busy, will ya? We're busy stretching. Now come up to stretch the front of the hip. We've got goals, right? So this might be, enough. But if you can, there's that back leg. You can brace forward and then maybe reach. So my chest is so tight from jujitsu. So this I feel here. But it's also a stretch for the back. And then maybe you can tuck that foot in towards the elbow. And then another goal would be to reach up and grab hands. I'm not quite there today. Maybe later. But yeah, gracefully come out of it. And then let's swivel around. Take your time to get to the other side. If you need your prop, get your prop up. Figure out what angle you want this leg to be on. If you need that prop to keep from falling over, set it up and just stay here for a few breaths. Breathe into the front of the hip and then ease into the front of this hip and then ease into this. It's another hip opener. This is all just like a sneaky way of teaching you yoga. For all of you who would never go to yoga class. All right, and then prop up wherever you need to be to open up the front hip. Breathe, right? So all of that deep breathing we did in the beginning, it needs to become more habitual, right? So you just keep doing it. And stretch forward. 3 more breaths. Breathing in and out. I'm checking on y'all. I'm with you. Let go of that hip, will ya? What are you hanging on to there? All right, ease on up. So, to stretch the front of the hip, we've got this, right? If you can reach behind. You could probably even try using a strap or your magic circle. So again, it's opening my chest here super tight and the front of the hip. This could be the end of the line. If you wanted to deepen it, you could tuck the toes in towards the elbow. And this is pretty intense. So, like, say I go running after this, or I get out my jump rope, or I just, like, build a bunch of heat in my body. Like, this next part, like, if you wanted to go up and over, it would probably be a lot easier, but I'm not that warm. So the more heat you can build in your body and then do these stretches, you're probably going to get a little bit further into it, right? But we're just chilling out. I'm not going to go for that deep stretch right now. It's early. 10 a.m. is the new 6 a.m., right? Come on out of it and shake it out. Good. We're going to go to a squat. So whatever works for you. Right? If you have that yoga mat and you want to roll it up, or you've got a blanket, so you could put your heels up, which is kind of nice, right? Or heels down, and there's no like right or wrong way to do these things. but you want to try to keep your chest lifted and the tailbone going down. So I'm always thinking like energy going down, energy going up, and then the elbows are like this vice in the middle. And we're just going to make a happy face. It's kind of like your happy baby. So it's deep, right? It's a really deep stretch. Hang in there. Now, for movement, in terms of movement, right? Maybe you can press that. This I call this like the Spider-Man look, right? Like you just went flying from the down and then you land. Okay, and then press. Right. So there's some toe flexibility here as well. My left toe is always reminding me. Maybe you can go from side to side. Right? And maybe that's enough for you. So this might be a stretch for you already. You could always come forward. But if you want to deepen it, if your thighs are already pretty flexible, go for that metatarsal stretch and also the Achilles. Foot flexibility. We don't want flippers, right? We want those feet to assist us all through life. We don't want them to fail. They're not just like down there, you know. They're part of the big picture. Those feet. It's the first thing we see in the Pilates studio. Somebody comes in and usually you throw them on the reformer and then ta-da, there's their feet. And you can tell so much about them. If they're active or not, or hypermobile or tight. All right, down dog. So just pike up into a V position and press your heels down into the mat. Now, here we're just going to go side to side. So it looks like this. Just swivel. And then feel that stretch through your lats. And then come back down. Down dog is supposed to be relaxing. So you really want to push, like think of the apex of the hips so that there's energy pressing up from the wrists, but you're pushing your heels down. And that's creating like, I don't know, some kind of equation, some kind of physics equation. I don't know what it is. But we're going to walk the dog. So press up. So heels push down. And as you push the heels down, press your chest towards your thighs. And then walk the dog. Alternate. Snap, crackle, pop. Work those feet and really press. Your hips can move to get that heel down. That's so satisfying. Stretch those calves. Good. And then come down. All right, we're doing up, down, or up, dog, down, dog. Yeah. So we're going to keep the flexion in the toes. So you're going to do up dog, down dog. What? So basically we're arching back. So pike up to your down dog. Bring your feet together. And it's a little bit like the snake on the reformer. Lift your chest up. Now stretch your throat. Chin to chest. And then press the heels back down. Let's do that 3 more times. So press forward, hips down. Now press up and stretch your throat. Stretch it. Good. 2 more. Push your sternum up. Up. And come down. Last one. Up, up, up. And come on down. Good. All right, so one final stretch where we're twisting, we're lying down, and then it's your decision. You can stay lying down, or you're done, and you get up and go about your business. So the twisting is just real simple. So we've done this. Arms are here. So lift your hips up, take them to the left, and then stack the knees up. Top arm can hold onto that knee. Now just reach that left arm out and breathe deeply. So you inhale, again, remember that opening up, but then as you exhale, try to get the shoulder down to the mat. Inhale and deep exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. All the air out. Out, 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 out. Be gentle. Come back to center. Right? Square yourself off. Lift your hips up over to the right. Stack your right knee over your left. Maybe keep those knees stacked up with this arm, this hand. And now we're working. We're working the twist like a tourniquet. Exhale. Reach that shoulder to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing. We got 2 more. Exhale. Last one. All the air out. Stretch, 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 stretch. All right, come back to center. And let's do the windshield wipers again. Just move your back, move your hips. All right, so to finish, one of the positions like this, relaxing, is that you can have soles of your feet together. If you have yoga blocks, if you're super tight, you can prop your knees up anywhere. And then you just relax. So one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. You just stay here. And so say you're like, it's the middle of the day. Say it's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And like your mind is just all over the place. Past, future, like just overthinking. This is what you do. You just lie down. You can go here. You can go here. And you just breathe. And then maybe you fall asleep. And then when you wake up, right, you're in a different mindset. Like whatever that pattern was that was happening has gone away. And then you're ready to, take on your day or like, deal with other people in your life in a better way, in a more compassionate way. So you can finish here or rock on up and we're all done. So that's just stretching, number 12. And yeah, so then Friday's number 29, Matt. So that means we've had like 41 classes so far. What day is it? Yeah, so tomorrow's Friday. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any requests, right? I'm just kind of going with what I know through dance, Pilates, martial arts, yoga, that works for me, that's not super rigorous, right? Because the Pilates stuff that we do is kind of like, that's tough, right? That's building a lot of heat in the body, and then this is a little bit more relaxing. So have a good day, Chicago. It's pretty nice in Chicago. Finally stopped raining for a couple days. Get out there before it starts again. All right, Ellen, don't forget to stretch those wrists, right? Okay, y'all, have a good day. Thanks, Gina. Yeah, I know, I needed that. We all need it. Bye.